In the beginning of film, a girl Katia is shown, who was going to a hill with her friends because all these friends wanted to go there and celebrate the new year. Their plan was that they would sit in the lift, go to another hill from here and have a lot of fun. This whole plan was of one of Katia's friends Kirill, who came here to tell Katia that he loves her very much because nothing was right between them for a long time and this was the reason. He had planned all this, after which they reach the lift station, but the in charge here, the old man, refuses them. He says, "Look, I can't let you go in the middle of the night, why don't you understand this?" Now one of them, a friend of Katia, gives money to this old man and convinces him, after which he starts the lift. All these people sat in the lift, but then Kirill's bag was left downstairs. He also tells Katia to go with him, but she refuses. There was something special in Kirill's bag, without which he did not want to go in the lift. Now after Katia's refusal, he got angry and left from there. Now the rest of the friends who were in the lift start their journey, they were having a lot of fun. Now here Katia, who was a little worried that Kirill would not come, but her friend makes her mood right there. After going a little further, suddenly her lift stops. One of them says, "It's okay, why are you scared?" This keeps happening. Now the old man, who was in charge of the station, goes to check in the basement and turns on the generator, which starts the lift again. Now here in the lift, the friend of Katia, who was wearing a red jacket, finds Kirill's bag, which he went to find. But his bag came here with his things, and he did not know this. Now there that friend takes the bag and says, "I don't know what was in this bag." The one who went down behind the Kirill bag, he opens his bag and sees, which had a bottle of wine. He looks at it and says, "Oh okay, that's why he was so worried." Now he throws all the things out of the bag one by one. Katia stops him from doing this, and starts putting all Kirill's things back in the bag. Then she sees that there was a small box in that thing, which had a ring. She understood that Kirill brought her here because he wanted to marry her. And to tell the same thing, he brought Katia here. Katia was feeling very bad about this. Because he had not done anything good to Kirill. Now she calls him, but no phone signal comes. Now there at the station, we see that old man who was still in the basement. When he checks the machine, his locket was stuck in that machine, which starts strangling him. He traps an iron rod in the machine to save himself. Now that machine was closed, but this man's throat had become very bad. And he dies. After which, the power goes out due to the stop of the machine. There were sparks there, and his lift also closes. But this time too he was not worried because he was understanding that his lift will run again. Now it was 12 o'clock. All these friends celebrate the new year together and sleep happily. When they wake up in the morning, they see that their lift was stuck in the same place where they were at night. Seeing this, Katia was very scared. She felt that something was definitely wrong at the station. There were 2 women at the station to do morning duty. They also knew about the death of the man who died at night. And about the lift that was stuck in the way. But the surprising thing here was that both of them did not know that there were passengers in that lift. Because Katia's friends gave money to that man. About which no one knew anything. After that, these 2 women call the in-charge mechanic to fix the lift. But no one was ready to come. Because today was the New Year holiday for everyone. Here in the lift, all these friends were very worried. One of Katia's friends now tries to get down from the rope and the rest hold her. Now when her friend comes down a little, she finds out that there is no land below. But a thin layer of ice. The land was 100 meters below her. Now when Katia and her friends were pulling their friend up, who was hanging from the rope. Suddenly a friend's foot slips. The same red jacket friend. He was also hanging now. Meanwhile, in the lift, Katia's friend who was pulling the rope with her. She gets hurt and she also becomes unconscious. Now it was only Katia. With the help of whom her 2 friends were hanging from the rope. But then the red jacket friend cuts the rope of the friend below. Because he knew that Katia would not be able to bear their weight for too long. That friend falls into the ditch below and she also dies. That red jacket friend came back to the lift. Kadia's friend fights with her a lot. But he tells her, "Look, if I don't do this, we all die." Blood was coming out of her friend's feet because she was hurt. She was screaming with pain. Kadia puts a bandage on her feet. Then the red jacket friend sees the helicopter. This time he did not want to let go of this opportunity. He somehow quickly climbs on the upper side of the lift and signals the helicopter. But he was far away from her. Now he says to come up from Kadia. But she was putting a bandage on her friend's wound. Because of which she gets late. When she comes up and fires the flare gun, the helicopter had already gone. On which the red jacket friend is very angry with her. But suddenly the door on the upper side was also closed. They both try very hard to open it. But that door was jammed due to the cold. Now here we can see the real face of Kadia's friend. He tells her that you will hang down and open the main door of the lift. But she tells her friend, "Look, let's open it together. We try to open this door." But he says no, you will go down. Kadia refuses him again and again. Then in anger, Kadia's friend takes out a metal rod from the lift. And tries to send Kadia down. There is a fight between them. Kadia's friend had no idea that her lift would start hanging in the air. Now Kadia hangs herself from the lift to save herself. Where the main door was, she comes inside and closes the door. So that her friend could not come in the lift. Because she knew that she could kill anyone to save herself. Outside, he also tries a lot to open the door. But the rod he took out makes the lift shake. And she starts swinging in the air on one side. Because of which Kadia's friend falls into the ditch. In the lift, because of this shock, Kadia was unconscious. On the other hand, we see Kirill, who was worried for his friends. Because since he left them in the lift, he had not spoken to anyone. And no one had posted a picture on social media. He thinks that they will be in trouble. And he decides to go to them. Now in the lift, when Kadia comes to her senses, she sees. The door of the lift had also broken from below. She starts closing it. Then she sees her friend whose leg was injured. But now she was also dead because of the cold. Now after her death, she does not understand what to do. First of all, to save herself from the cold, she sets fire to the things around her. But because of the cold wind and storm, another side of the lift breaks. Because of which the lift was hanging on one side. And Kadia's friend's dead body also falls down from the lift. Here Kirill had also reached the station. When he finds out about the death of the man who took money from him and let him go to the lift. Kirill asks about his friends. On this, the person in charge gets very worried. Because she only knew that there is no one in the lift. Hearing this, the woman in charge also gets scared. There, in the lift, Kadia also felt that the lift could fall down at any time. She picks up her clothes and lights and hangs from the lift wire. Now as soon as she hangs, the lift had fallen into the ditch. After falling into the ditch, the alarm goes off at the station. The two in charge there tell Kirill that the lift has now fallen into the ditch. He understood that if the lift has fallen into the ditch, then no one will be saved there. Everyone will be dead. Kirill was completely shocked to hear this. He thinks that he has lost all his friends. But as soon as he looks up, he sees a light. He understood that there must be a friend of his there. Seeing this, he immediately goes inside. First of all, he pulls out the iron bars that the old man had stuck in the machine. He pulls it out by connecting it to his car. There, the in-charge also turns on the emergency generator quickly, due to which Kadia comes back from the wire hanging from the lift. Now it was morning. Kadia's condition was very bad because of the cold. She is taken to the hospital. Her life was saved. But Kirill and Kadia had lost their 3 friends. Sometimes the time we want to spend well becomes a big accident of our life. And with this movie also ends here.